Let's begin by centering ourselves, preparing ourselves for prayer and meditation. Let's take a couple of deep breaths, putting aside your thoughts and concerns of the day, moving from your head space to your heart space. A deep breath in and let it out. Moving from your head and your thoughts to your heart and your feelings. Your inner knower, the still small voice. Breathing into your heart space. We are grateful for this time we spend together, knowing that we are all one and we are all here together, whether you're watching this live with us today or many years from now. We are truly grateful. Let us center ourselves and bring in spirit, opening our ears and our hearts to hear and feel what is ours to hear and feel. Knowing that the answer is there if you're just open to receiving it. Peace, love, joy, prosperity, and so much more are available to you at all times, in all situations, if you just let it be. And so you are, and so we are, and so it is. Ashe, Shalom, Amen. The theme this month is journey. We've been on a journey together for the last few months with our themes. We started out with April and Rise, May was Vision, June was Focus, and now in July we have Journey. Not only is it appropriate in the progression of the themes, but it's also appropriate because summer is a time that we often go on journeys. It's one of the most popular times of the year to travel. Today, I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about a different type of journey. Now, I'm sure as soon as I said that, you started thinking he's going to talk about inner journey. Well, you'd only be partially right. Today, what I really want to focus on is the different ways our outer and inner journey are related. So if you know me, you know that I do have a creative side. I'm a nature photographer. I paint, I draw, I write. I do an occasional video. I also produce a lot of content for social media. One thing that often happens to creative people is that they get stuck. They get creative block. Sometimes people call it writer's block. This has happened to me from time to time, pretty much my entire life. I'll be working on something and I just can't seem to get through whatever is happening. And I can't come up with a new creative idea, or I can't finish the idea that I have. One thing that I found that really helps with this is to change my physical location. For example, if I always paint sitting at a table, or I always create social media posts at my desk, I get up and I go find another place. I change my physical location. I go on a little mini journey, and it seems to usually help. And I think that it helps because it helps give us a little different perspective. Now, I'm going to suggest the same thing is true for our spiritual life. I think that sometimes we just get into a spiritual rut. We get stuck doing the same thing in the same place over and over again. And if you can recognize yourself in that, I suggest you mix it up a little bit. So if you always read the daily word in the morning, sitting on the couch with a cup of coffee, perhaps try changing your location, the time, or maybe even the beverage, maybe tea instead of coffee. If you always meditate at the same time, in the same place, doing the same type of meditation, then perhaps it's time to try something new if you're feeling like you're stuck. A new place, a new time, a new type of meditation, some sort of new practice. There's lots of different types of meditation out there to try. Today we're going to be doing one that's called loving kindness. We've done something like this before, but this has much more is much more focused and is a type of mindfulness meditation. So even if you've tried different types of meditation before, perhaps it's time to try them again. Guided meditation, mindfulness, which includes breath work, mantra meditation, grounding meditation, working with light, flow, chakras. Like I said, there's a lot of different ways to do that out there. And really, the reason I'm suggesting to give this a try is because you're not the same person you were when you tried that before. You're a different person than you were a year ago, a month ago, a week ago, even a minute ago. You're just a different person. And perhaps it's time to try something new if you're feeling like maybe you're a little stuck. So maybe, for example, when you're doing your meditation, you move outside if the weather's appropriate. That sometimes changing the location can really just help. The fresh air, the sun, the wind, sounds of nature, they can just give you a new perspective. So in the spirit of practical Christianity, if your inner life, your inner practice is getting a little stale, you're not feeling that inspiration you used to feel, perhaps it's time for you to go on a journey, both in the physical sense and in the spiritual sense. Perhaps it's time to change your location for some inspiration.